All right, good morning, traders. Today is August 29th, 2024. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. I'm talking about Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Everybody, thank you for being here. All right, my SPY pivot this morning is 557.60. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 except for the IWM, which are technically in daily uptrends. IWM is acting very bullish. SPY closed with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute uptrend. FNGU and QQQ made lower highs and lower lows, closing under their bearish traps and under the 17 EMAs. IWM, SPY made lower highs and lower lows, closing over their 17 EMAs. Gold and silver, both in uptrends, both made lower highs and lower lows. Silver closed under a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold closed inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. UNG in an uptrend, doesn't seem to know it though, made an outside day. That would be a higher high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bullish trap and under the 17 EMA. US dollar index in a downtrend closed near the 101.04 area. All right, let's take a look at some charts. All right, first chart. All right, here's the candle for SPY. Okay, so you can see here's the daily candle. Got a lower high, lower low, closing under bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA right there. 2 hour. 2 hour. Going into the close, we got price. You got the yellow 3 underneath the 8. We have a downtrend. All right, so got a 10-minute, 2-hour downtrend on the 10-minute. That was going into close. In the pre-market, we got a 10-minute uptrend, and when we closed yesterday, we had a 10-minute uptrend. Price and the 3 EMA up over the 8 EMA, all three over the 17 EMA. Okay, so see, 10-minute uptrend, 2-hour downtrend, still in a daily uptrend. So there's SPY. And for price action for SPY, we have kind of my consolidation W, not mine, but something I identified as a popular consolidation. And we'll hit it up on the 2-hour. And here we go. So price comes up, all right, from the bottom up to the top of the channel. Actually, I don't like that one. Let's blow this up just a little more. Okay. So price comes from the bottom up to the top of the channel, then back, and then back up, and then back down. And now the next leg is going to be price back up to the top of the channel, and that creates the W. Typically right after the W, typically, not saying it always happens, but this pattern plays out quite often. You get a pullback, not to the bottom, but somewhere in the middle here, all right, creating the higher low, and then what you get is a rip to the upside, creating a higher high up there. That's the consolidation channel breakout W pattern right there. So it goes up, back, looking to go back up, kind of on our way, almost there right now. All right, and then a half back and then up. It's not really half, it's just a point right here in the middle. All right, I call it a half back because it kind of pulls back to somewhere in the middle right here. That's why. So there's the pattern, and this played out actually on the 10-minute time frame on the 21st and on the 23rd. Same pattern on the 10-minute. All right, consolidation. All right, so we're looking for the same thing again in SPY. This time on the 2 hour. We'll see what happens, all right? But that's the pattern. I'm expecting GDP to come in good. And with that said, probably going to come back up here and test the top of the channel if everything's good. Then again, NVIDIA had good earnings, but market didn't seem to like it for some reason. Not sure what happened there, but we'll see. Maybe they like it this morning. We'll see. All right, so that's the pattern for SPY. All right, we're going to go over to QQQ. We're going to hit the daily chart. Daily chart. And let's look at some other indexes. And QQQ. All right, QQQ. All right, right in here. Got lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. That's QQQ coming right into that anchored VWAP right there. Anchoring off of these lows right through here. So there's QQQ in an uptrend since it broke this high right here. All right, in an uptrend, but sharp pullback yesterday. All right, so there's QQQ still in an uptrend. SPY still in an uptrend. FNGU. Okay, FNGU, sharp pullback, same thing. Lower high, lower low, closing under, bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. FNGU hit support yesterday. I bought some in the post market right around 355. And I sold half of it right up here, 374. Okay, so there's FNGU. Today, well, yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. FNGU still in an uptrend since it broke this high right there. Okay, doesn't seem to know that it's in an uptrend, but we're having a little pullback right now. So there's FNGU on the daily chart, still in an uptrend, but doesn't seem to know it right now. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at IWM, and then we'll hit Diamond Dow. All right, IWM, lower high, lower low. I think they all made lower highs and lower lows closing in various stages. IWM closed inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. IWM is not yet in an uptrend. It has to break this high right here. But let's just say this, okay? That's acting very bullish. Coming from here, still moving up. 3's on top of the 8. Everything's looking good. Just technically not in an uptrend because it hasn't made a higher high yet. All right, that's all it hasn't done. Just hasn't made a higher high. On daily chart, yeah, it's making daily new highs in this trend back up to challenge this down, this trend right here. So technically just not in an uptrend, but acting very bullish. There's IWM. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Here's Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow put in new all-time highs. This would be today's Thursday, so on Monday, new all-time highs for Diamond Dow. And you can see it nicely bull flagging up here. Yesterday's price action, let me make sure I get the right candle. Okay, right here, got an outside day. That's a higher high and a lower low closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow in an uptrend, obviously making new all-time highs 3 days ago. All right, let's take a look at our technicals. Technicals, we got tossed out of the overbought zone. All right, so here we are on T21.22, and we got tossed out of the buy zone for the most part. Okay, so here we are in the 28th. This was yesterday's price action. We managed to spike up into the overbought zone on the 27th near the close. And you can see early morning on the 28th, we got tossed out. And from there, we went into the buy zone and into the buyer's chop zone, making lower highs. You can see the lower highs and the lower lows and more lower highs and lower lows and an equal high and a lower low, and then they pull back up, making another lower high, but now a higher low, and we find ourselves back into the buy zone. So there's a nice job. If the bulls can recover the buy zone area, that would be nice. If they could just continue making higher lows and higher highs, that would be just as nice. All right, that's what I'd like to see on T21.22. So with that said, looking at this price action, T21.23 is probably going to be very sloppy. All right, so here's the price action, and it's sloppy. See it? You go up, all right, and then a couple red candles, couple green candles, some more red, and then some more green. So just kind of consolidating. But good news, all right? Whenever we consolidate over prior consolidation, for me, that's bullish. Okay, so consolidating over prior consolidation is bullish. Okay, so that's T2123. Now, we'll take a look at all-time highs. This was the prior all-time high. We're up over that. That's good. Even better is to have the 200 SMA up over that. Okay, this is the all-time high. It's a prior all-time high. This is the all-time high. We are somewhere in the middle between the prior all-time high and the all-time high, consolidating bullishly over prior consolidation, heading up towards the all-time highs, hopefully to make new all-time highs. This is what inflation gives you. I know we don't like inflation, especially when it's time to take out our credit cards and our checkbooks, okay, but this is what inflation gives you. It gives you more revenue coming in to all these companies on their top lines. And hopefully, if they got management has its act together, that transcends right down to the bottom line. Bottom line gets a higher multiple because the bottom line is increasing. Therefore, the value of the stock goes up. When the value of the stock goes up, now you get indexes, all right, that move up as well. Okay, so then the whole markets tend to move up higher. All right, so that's, I know we don't like inflation, but that's what inflation gives us is higher multiples. So there we go there. On T2123, it's a 15. You can see lots of space between the rising 200 SMA and the price action here. So lots of space. I like that a lot. All right. And it's up over it. I like that even more. T2123 3-bar. Here's the rising 200 SMA on the 3-bar chart. Okay. Here we are with the 3-bar. You can see the 17 EMA closing in on the price action. We didn't have quite as much space as we had 3 days ago, but still quite a good amount of space here. Like to see that, like to see some rise, but usually after 2 or 3 days of consolidation, then you get a pop up. You can see here you got consolidation, then a pop, consolidation, then a pop. All right, so looking for consolidation, now a nice big pop right up into these highs. That's what I'd like to see happen next. All right, so there's T2123 3-bar. Again, still not lots of space, but some nice amount of space between price action and the rising 17. Lots of space between a rising 200 SMA and the price action. Like that a lot. Like to get this 200 SMA up here, up over that prior all-time high. That would be really nice to see it way up there. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, so there's T2123 FNGU. Okay, nothing pretty happened in FNGU yesterday, except you had a buying opportunity back here at 350. All right, so that's about the only thing that was good. Price action, you can see from the beginning of the day was selling. So it's red all day. All right, until the last 3 candles, which came in green, had a little pop off of support. That would be like 355, 360 area. And had a little pop off of support there, coming back up here to the 370 area. All right. So last three candle bars just green. For the most part, it was selling all day. Okay, night to get back up near the 200 SMA. On top of it would be really, really nice. But I'd just be happy to be back up here. And instead of consolidating under prior consolidation, I'd like to be consolidating maybe even equal or over. That would be really nice to get over this prior consolidation instead of being under. So if consolidation is over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Well, you guys know that it's the good, consolidation under prior consolidation is definitely bearish. And that's what we got today. Yesterday. All right. Hopefully GDP comes in. We get a nice pop back up to this 200. We'll see what happens. That's FNGU on a 15-minute chart right there. All right. So let's go take a look at some sectors. We'll start off with our precious metal sector because that's doing pretty good. Start off with silver and gold. Silver and gold both in uptrends, but yesterday's price action, we got lower highs and lower lows. Silver closed under a bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend. It's been in an uptrend ever since it broke this high right here, right there. Okay, so it's been in an uptrend. So it's just moving up. You can see price action moving up and then consolidating over to the right. All right, so that's good. That's bullish. Up and holding the higher ground. That's bullish. We like that. Okay, let's go take a look at GLD. GLD also in an uptrend. Again, you can see price action moving up and holding the higher ground. Okay, we like that. That's bullish. All right, so GLD putting in new all-time highs back here on the 19th, and ever since then we've been consolidating up near these highs. That's GLD, yesterday's price action. GLD is in an uptrend. Got a lower high and a lower low. Closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, so that's bullish GLD. Okay, let's go take a look at some energy. Start off with UNG. All right, UNG putting in the outside day right here. Okay, this would be previous day. This would be yesterday. Yesterday's candle got a higher high and a lower low. That's an outside day. Okay, price action underneath a bearish trap. Okay, it's bullish because we took out this high over here. All right, took out that high. We've been in an uptrend. Okay, now we need to put in a higher low and another higher high. Okay, we came dangerously close to right here yesterday, taking out the all-time low right here. This would be the all-time low right there. You can see how low we got. This is yesterday's candle right there. All right, so we closed under the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, so UNG technically in an uptrend, but not acting like a bull at all, acting more like a bear. So I guess it didn't get the memo that they are in an uptrend, but having another pullback. All right, and I don't know if we're going to make a new lower low on UNG. Who knows? Maybe nat gas will be in the negatives. Remember USO barrels were like 2 or 3 years ago in the negatives? That was kind of crazy. That was in the futures markets. Anyways, there's UNG, all right? In an uptrend technically, but does not know that it's in an uptrend. All right? Acting very bearish. All right, let's take a look at USO. That'd be petroleum crude oil. So we'll take a look at USO. Not that. That's not what I wanted. Try it again. USO right here. USO in an uptrend ever since we broke this high right there. Okay, that's an uptrend. We made a higher high. So we're in an uptrend. All right, and then we had a sharp pullback making a higher low. Now can we make a higher high? Doesn't look like it's happening here. Maybe we can recover it right here. Okay, so we're in an uptrend. Price action for yesterday, we got a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bullish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, looking for USO to make that higher high. Seems like it's struggling with it right now. Maybe it needs more time. All right, so there's USO in an uptrend because it broke that high and it hasn't made any lower lows, so it's still in the uptrend, even though it's not acting like it's in an uptrend right there. So there's USO. Let's take a look at a few sectors. First sector we're going to take a look at SMH. SMH in an uptrend ever since it broke that high. SMH doing a bull flag that's up, back, Typically, the next move is up. So we'll see what happens with SMH. They're in an uptrend ever since they took out that high right there. Okay, so SMH is in an uptrend. Let's take a look at XLK. 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 All right, same thing going on XLK. Okay, uptrend, bull flag, looking for a breakout move to the upside. All right, they've been in an uptrend ever since they took out that high right there. Okay, so XLK in an uptrend. Let's take a look at XLF. So our transports, our financials. Try it again. All right, XLF, yesterday putting in new all-time highs. How about that? Huh? Got a higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA, making a new all-time high in XLF. Bet you didn't think of that. It's going to happen with all those pullbacks we had yesterday. XLF making new all-time highs. Let's take a peek at XLI. This is our industrials. XLF is our financial sector. Here's our industrial sector. Okay, that is a new all-time high right there on XLI industrials. And that happened, today's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, that happened Monday. Okay, you can see we're back up there again this morning. Higher low. Yesterday's price action, outside day, that's a higher high and a lower low. Closing in the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Nice rising 17 EMA. Industrials in an uptrend. Financials, uptrend. Semiconductors, uptrend. Technology sector, uptrend. All right, see the pattern here? Okay, SPY, uptrend. Okay, all the indexes, all the Fab 5, uptrends. Okay, except for technically IWM, but IWM is definitely acting like a bull. All right, so everything looking good. We could have a really robust rally here if FNGU could get the memo. All right, so there's XLI. All right, again, we're approaching all-time highs for XLI. Look at this morning. All right, so that's very good. XLF, uptrend. All right, let's take a look at XRT. This is our retail sector. Okay, retail sector having a little bit of struggles here, but we are moving up and consolidating to the right. I like that. Move up, hold the higher ground. Like to see the consolidation over the prior consolidation. Haven't got that yet, all right? This would be prior consolidation. Here we got more prior consolidation. Okay, so we got this consolidating over all of this is good, okay? But I need this to continue to a block up here over all of this, all right? Now, retail sector, okay, is still in a downtrend because they technically broken, all right? But if they take out that high, they'll be in an uptrend. They either have to do that or create a higher low and then make a higher high. All right, so there's retail sector right there, still in a downtrend, but definitely acting like a bull. If they take out that high, they'll be in an uptrend. If they make a higher low and a higher high, they'll be in an uptrend. Right now, they just haven't done either of those, so they're in a downtrend acting like a bull. All right, so that's XRT. All right, let's take a look at our last sector. This is our transports. This is my favorite one. All right, IYT. Okay, this is transports. Transports are in an uptrend ever since right here. They broke that high right there. Okay, transports moving up and over to the right, holding the higher ground. I like that. I just want to see this holding the higher ground here, again, above this right there. Okay, I want to see this get above there. That's what I'm looking for. Same thing to happen, but up here. All right? That's what I'm looking at. Same thing, consolidation up here. I'd like to see it break out, with the arrow, little price breakout, and then over there. That's what I want to see. That's IYT. Okay, so transports in an uptrend. So we got a lot of stuff in uptrends. We got markets in uptrend, indexes in uptrends. Okay, The only thing that's not in an uptrend, and that is the FNGU. And unfortunately, FNGU has quite a bit of might. All right? FNGU is like the leash that jerks the market around because it's got those 10 heavily weighted stocks inside it. Okay? And with that said, those 10 stocks seem to will jerk the market around. Just like NVIDIA, well, they did come out with good earnings, okay? But had the market liked what NVIDIA said and got bullish, we would have had a really ripping morning, all right? I got GDP coming out in about 2 minutes, and I know Alan's going to post it, so I'm going to just go ahead and thank him right now. Thank you, Alan, for posting those numbers. He usually posts them. I'm not going to put any pressure on him, but thank you when he does. I appreciate that. All right, so here's IYT, all right? Let's go take a look at economic calendar because we got some stuff happening today. All right, economic calendar. Main event for the economic calendar. GDP's coming out in 2 minutes, all right? International trading goods coming out in 2 minutes, 8:30. Jobless claims, 8:30. Consumer profits, 8:30. Retail inventories, 8:30. Wholesale inventories, 8:30. Pending home sales at 10. A gas report almost every Thursday at 10:30. And we've got a Fed speaker, but it's not Mr. Powell. So a lot of data coming out in about 2 minutes. All right, market's probably going to go wild. All right, so here we are tomorrow. What do we got? Personal income and outlays, 8:30. Chicago PMI, 9:45. Consumer sentiment, 10 o'clock. And a rig count at 1 o'clock every Friday. All right, and what do we got here? Max Payne for today, the 29th, is 558. I think we're already there. All right. Put to call ratio, that is all the puts that expired today, puts and calls. We got 1 1/4, well, 1 1/5, all right, puts to every call, okay, 1 1/5 puts to every call. Little deeper, little more puts than there are calls. So I'm not sure, not quite enough to do a put squeeze, but we are acting bullish this morning. I do expect GDP to come in really good. Not really good, but at least better than it was last time. U.S. dollar index, okay, you can see we are in a downtrend right here. All right, we are in a downtrend because we're making lower highs and lower lows. Lower high, lower low, you get the picture. Okay, we took out this low right here. Okay, that was a 1 year all-time low right here for a year. This was the 2024 all-time low right there. We made it just a few days ago. Price action closed yesterday at 101, right around the 101 area. A little bit of change, I think 4 cents change right there. So there's the U.S. dollar index in a downtrend. Again, we have everything lined up for the perfect storm. All right, for earnings. Last night was the big earnings. We had Salesforce, Salesforce was, last night. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, Salesforce reported last night. NVIDIA reported last night. Okay, NVIDIA is about $3 trillion. It's quite a bit of market cap that can move the markets. Thursday, what do we got this morning? Nothing over 100 billion. All right, just some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets like a Google or a NVIDIA. All right. Again, on Friday, what do we got? Got some more familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Monday, what do we got? More familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Tuesday, more familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets, okay? Right there. So there's earnings calendar. We did the economic calendar. We did the dollar, and we did interest rates right there. All right, so that's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know you guys leave me thank yous after I do this all the time. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to come back in about 45 minutes. All right, and we'll open up the markets and see where things spread out. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thanks again, Alan, as always. Appreciate that. All right, everybody have a wonderful day trading. All right. Again, we'll get it all set up here about 9:15. Probably going to be a volatile day because GDP and NVIDIA earnings from last night. So we'll see what happens. All right, so see you guys in about 45 minutes.